Hello and welcome to our podcast. I mean, have you sort of looked into how many people are listening, if any?
I don't know how many people, but our management said it's good. They're happy with the numbers. They said they're good numbers. Because it's across all different platforms. So, to just say it's just YouTube or it's just Spotify or it's just Apple, it's they spread out across and then they calculate
just
it all
like the
together.
Coronavirus.
Yes, it spreads and they calculate all the numbers and they say the numbers in the higher numbers for us are good, low is bad, which is the opposite to Corona. So
we're the opposite of Corona.
Yes.
So think of us as the cure.
Yes,
as the antidote.
So let's get the numbers up, and and laughter's the best medicine.
Yeah, but by the way, I'm scared because when you made a suggestion we should do a podcast, I was a bit wary because everyone's doing one, and you listen to a lot of them, and they're just people going, I went to the shops and shops were shut, but then I wake up the next morning and it was open again, and well, that's all of this week.
Yeah. And what was that, Today FM?
Yeah, probably. It sounds like Today FM.
Well, on the radio, they're always talking about, you did radio.
I did radio, and now I'm doing it for free.
Some kind of mundane thing, but see, the difference is that we don't have that pressure on the radio.
Give us a call if your cat scratched your testicles.
Yeah, and then talk to someone, hi. So we don't have to do that. But to be honest, the people that have contacted me who have listened to this have really enjoyed it, so that's promising.
Well, because
we don't get any. It's not like doing a live gig where we get instant feedback that we're used to.
No, that's right.
So, but the feedback that we have been getting is positive. Online comments have been positive. So
that's rare.
It is
because you see someone. People just have a lot of hatred, There's a woman teaching you how to make a lasagna, vegetable lasagna. Yeah, stupid bitch. What does she know? What? Thumbs down.
Nothing to do. What? She's
it's
given
up
her time to.
It's a lasagna, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. I see that on piano tutorials where someone's taken the time to sit down and go through. It's like an hour tutorial.
Yeah, thumbs down.
Yeah, they're like, oh well, couldn't you have put a transcript in with it? It's like, just look at the screen. It's there.
Man, some people
you can't please them.
If only coronavirus picked the fuckwits.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah. Only people who got coronavirus deserved it.
Yes.
And the good people escaped it.
Yeah.
That would be fair if God was like that.
But unfortunately, it's
indiscriminate.
Yes.
Unfortunately. Man, oh God! I mean, I'm sus of God. Every day that I live my life, I look and go, God's an idiot. God's an idiot, and I'm happy to say that now. And if God exists, may He strike you down. May He strike me down. Sorry, may He strike me down.
May He strike you down.
No, see,
and then I'll be able to tell. All right, He doesn't exist.
He doesn't exist. Sorry.
Don't strike me.
Well, Joel's gone, but hey, at least we know now.
Yeah.
No, just there's a lot of just indiscriminate. Stuff. I think people say, this coronavirus because of homosexuals. Of course, makes sense now, and God's punishment.
Well, that was what it was with AIDS. Remember in the beginning,
it was homosexuals.
They said it's homosexual, and then some bloody politician gets it. Whoa, hang on,
easy.
It can get anyone.
Hey,
and then
I'm a homosexual, but no. Look, it's ridiculous how people try to rationalize. Seemingly random things that happen in the world.
Yeah.
There is no God. Forget it. Don't think about it.
In the words of Tom Waits, God's away on business.
God's away.
Business.
Chocolate Jesus. Wrap your savior in cellophane. Yeah, he was very wise. But no, it's you just got to kind of survive the world and as the best you can.
But maybe we're trying to understand everything in our way, in our small brains. Maybe there's some other answer to all of this, why this happens. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
I don't know.
Dalai Lama knows, apparently, but he's not telling.
Yeah, no, the Lama, I like the Lama, how he admits to not knowing everything.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. Because, that question that time.
Yeah.
We saw him years ago out at the Big Dome.
Yeah, someone said, what is the meaning of life? I don't know. So why are we paying $50 to see you? This is a rip-off. Let's go to someone who knows. It's they try to... But, it's a strange time. I don't know. I really miss doing stand-up because that was the thing that made me... special.
Yeah.
Special.
Yeah.
You know.
What about have you done any of those online gigs?
I did one.
How was it?
Well, it's really weird. I said I didn't want any money because I don't want money from. Basically, it wasn't a gig. It wasn't a gig. It was comedians, up and coming comedians wanting advice.
Okay.
And I said I'd do it, but I don't want any money from comedians because it's a bit tacky.
Yeah.
You know. So and they'll pay. People would pay $20, and I'd get like a percentage, and the person who organises gets it. I thought I didn't want. Just forget it. And they had Bev Killick,
right,
who got like 30 people.
Right.
And Steph, the Indigenous girl, she got about 25 people.
Right.
I got 8. 8 people. And she goes, "Oh, we're leaving you to last because you're the big headliner and everyone knows you." I got 8 people. 8 people asking questions for 2 hours. I enjoyed it, actually. It was the first time.
Well, those 8 people would have got a lot of bang for their buck.
Well, yeah. Well,
but so,
they're $20.
I mean, did they? So you said you'll do it for free. So
yeah. So the person who organised it will get it, but it wouldn't be much.
So not the people. So I thought it would have been like a payback to the people.
Well, let's not get bogged down with the details. But basically, I didn't get paid.
Yeah.
I've said that a lot this year. The end and the happy ending.
Well, I didn't even hear about it. Was this advertised or what?
No, it was done. It's like there's a woman in the Northern Rivers where I used to live near Byron Bay.
Mandy Nolan.
Not Mandy Nolan.
Okay.
Someone who's trying to be Mandy Nolan.
Oh, right.
And she does these workshops or whatever.
Okay.
And so people were asking
But that's
questions.
the irony of it. The most knowledgeable comic out of the...
Yeah, 8 people. And they always rub your nose in it. They go, "Oh, well, Bev had 30. Bev Killick had 30. And
See, once again, this is an Akmal scenario.
Well, 8 people, and but they're all very keen to listen to me. It'd be terrible if 8 people going, "Oh, this guy, I'm not a fan,"
No.
but I'll listen to him anyway. And but they were. I knew a couple of them actually.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So you enjoyed it.
I did. I enjoyed doing something.
But you didn't have to perform. You
No.
had to sit back and field questions and give insights. And,
tell stories and insights, and
I had to do. I've done a few of them now.
Yeah.
Online ones.
Yeah.
Where on
These
Zoom.
gigs.
Yeah, but there's no audience.
Oh, there's
and they
no
were
audience.
pre-taped.
Wow.
So I'm performing in front of the computer basically.
Just like the gig we did in Western Australia. Remember that? No, there was no audience.
What gig was that?
Remember that run we had and no one was showing up?
Oh, but there was still crowds though. But people still...
Crowd. No, I think it's optimistic
that gig
to call
in
them.
Broome, that was good fun. Remember that?
I know, it was all good fun,
Yeah.
but the 4 people that enjoyed it really enjoyed it. But I'm used to not.
But at least that we had reaction. This year got nothing. So you're just performing
It's
your act.
hard, man.
And
it's because you're not an actor; you're a comedian. You need that laugh. You need that laugh to give you that time.
One thing I noticed with it is don't rush it. Take the pause at the point where the
As if
laughter.
there's a laugh.
So it doesn't ruin the timing. Because if you do it too quick, your timing's out. It's just It's just yelling at me, ranting at me, or whatever. But I realized how to do it, and I kind of made fun out of it, like going, "Oh, you guys, please stop. You're too good." Like and kind of make light of the fact, and then call the situation like.
Yeah.
Come on, I'm under no false pretense. You probably got your finger on the mouse now, thinking, I wonder what else is on YouTube.
Wouldn't it be funny if you got heckled and you got someone chucked out of their house? Security.
Dun, 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 dun. Hang on, someone's at the door.
Come on, mate. You've been warned about this, but this is my house. Doesn't matter.
Go. But I realized too, especially because they're corporate gigs, right? But just like localizing stuff to the corporate gig and making it more conversational and they seem to work. They seem to be happy with them.
Yeah, well, maybe this is going to be the norm from now on.
Future, yeah.
The new future. That's what they're heading for, So, which isn't bad, Like corporate gigs have always scared me. You go there and say, "Oh man, I'm a long way from the audience. Can you get me closer to the audience?" He goes, "No, mate, we can't rearrange the hotel.
No.
We can't move the wall.
Look, we're running behind. You're gonna have to go on now. They're still eating their mains.
They're still eating their mains."
Yeah.
See,
come on, just do it. It won't make any difference. They don't understand that someone with their back to you eating with a mouthful can't really be engaged or laugh or clap or. Do anything.
It doesn't take much intelligence to kind of recognize this.
Yeah.
If you got a mouthful of food,
yeah,
you're not gonna laugh. And if they do laugh, the person next to them is gonna be covered in vegetable lasagna.
Essentially.
But I really miss even the bad gigs. I miss.
Yeah.
I miss the bad gigs.
Yeah.
Because at least there was a purpose. But now
there was.
But I'm sleeping a lot now.
Yeah.
I'm doing shows in my act, in my dreams. and dying in my dreams. No one's showing up.
But I used to have those dreams where I couldn't get to the gig in time. Like
Me
I'm
too.
running late. Yeah,
I've had that for years and
yeah,
years.
it's weird, huh?
What is that?
It's a high anxiety too.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
get there. Or you just arrive and they're just leaving. They're walking out as you take the stage.
I've had this dream. It's a recurring dream for 25 years. Every now and then I'd have it, and it'd be different. It's different scenarios, but basically I'm trying to get to a gig, and everything that could go wrong goes wrong. So I'm trying to make a phone call to tell them I'm running late. Like, there's no money.
You go put your hand in your pocket. You got no pants on.
You got no pants on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a different dream I had. Yeah, so you weren't there, but no, and it's really stressful. You wake up, or you get to the gig and you're right, everyone's gone, or it's no good anyway, or someone else has gone on before you, and it's all over.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, having it's that inner anxiety, I guess, that goes along with
it's weird.
performance.
Dreams are weird.
Yeah. Some of them make sense, and you can link back, and others you're just like, I got nothing.
Yeah. I once had a dream I had to get to a gig in Waterworld. It was a bit of a wet dream. But I'm boom. Thank you very much. It's good to be here. See? I just needed that. That was terrible, but at least, it's been a while.
We'll take it. I'll take it.
Hey, it's been a while.
Because there was a gig coming up that I also had, and now I just found out from you that they've been cancelled.
Were you going to do that?
I was going to do, I was going to do
It was a weird concept.
Yes.
But it was really good money, which we both are badly in need of
at the moment.
And it was really good money, and it was performing to cars.
Yeah, performing in a car lot.
Yeah.
But like a drive-in movie cinema.
Like a drive-in movie cinema with a comedian.
And they all stay in their cars.
Yeah.
And if they like you, they flash their lights, honk their horn, put the windscreen wipers on.
Yeah, and if they don't like you, they put the pedal on the brakes.
Yeah,
they kill you.
Yeah, they do a drive-by.
A drive-by. Imagine that gig in America.
Yeah. And and because I was going to do one with Arj.
Yeah. I was going to do one with Jimon and the Umbilical Brothers.
Yeah.
That was sold out. And
that's what a shame.
Well,
and it would have been a weird experience. Admittedly.
I was looking forward to it because I thought, I've never performed in a drive-in.
Yeah.
It's my only chance to be in a movie, kind of halfway. And I really need the money.
Yeah. I was on the phone to Arj talking about it. I said, I've already got some stuff like I'm going to be like, if someone's not reacting, not doing the windscreen wipe, I go, what are you doing? What are you doing? What, you've run out of wind fluid?
Yeah.
Window wipe?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I can see that working.
Yeah.
And any hecklers, if they beep their horn too loudly, you can get a tow truck just to take them out. Come on, mate. You've been warned.
It's like the security guard's like a monster truck.
It just drives on top of them.
That would have been fun. But they're unfortunate. But I don't get why they would cancel, because people are confined in their cars, right?
But they don't want people confined in their cars. You see, I think my manager was saying it ended up being like overall about 2,000 people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a big car. Where are they doing it? Eastern Creek? I thought they were doing...
No. But like every car would have 5 or 4 or 5. So there was a lot of cars and...
But it would be like families, right?
You don't remember drive-ins, do you?
Yeah, I went when I was a kid. I saw Indiana Jones there.
Indiana Jones, right? And so people, when I was young in Bankstown, Greenacre, wherever it was, people couldn't afford, to pay for the tickets, so they'd sneak 4 of their friends in the boot. They put them in the boot, and so they started checking the boots. Like it was random checks of the boots, and they'd find 4 labs. And they, hey man, what do you want? Shut up, all right? I was asleep, and I was thinking, like, imagine it. I think there was a story where someone forgot his mate in the van. Yeah. Man, the subwoofer.
Have we got a flat? Not even moving.
No, man. What is in the boot? And we turned on the subwoofer. Now his ears are gone. Yeah.
Well, I had I got this random from for an audition.
Yes.
For a Jeep commercial.
I hate auditions.
Yeah. I got it for this Jeep commercial.
Yeah.
And it was a self-test, right?
Yeah.
And I thought, oh great. So I did.
What do you mean self-test?
well, you know, where you do it at home. It's a self-test where you just do it.
You record it.
And send it in.
I see.
And I did that in front of the laptop. Just a little camera on the laptop, and did it and sent it in. And just forgot about it. And then I got a call back message from my agent saying, "Great news! You've been shortlisted.
Yeah.
They want a call back for you." They're great. So I thought, you know what? I reckon I can do this. You know, it was for Jeep. It was for, and then I've forgotten. Bill Murray did a commercial for the same vehicle.
Oh wow!
He
would have been paid the same as you would have been paid.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
And he said it's his first and last commercial he's ever done.
Yeah.
And it was for the Super Bowl, and they actually gave him and his brother Brian Doyle Murray free reign to do what they want. You know, with it. So they kind of improvised and wrote the idea. And it was actually a really good commercial.
Yeah, you got one of the funniest people in the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I thought, geez, this would be great, you know. And then I started really getting excited about wanting to do the gig, right?
Yeah.
And I rehearsed it, and I had using all these skills to map it out in my mind and visualize all the key points and the delivery and how to.
Everyone can see where this is going, and it's sad. Yes.
Yeah.
Please continue. Yes.
And I went in for it to do the audition.
You're only delaying the inevitable.
And I kind of went in going, you know, I feel good about this. I know.
But you were shortlisted based on what you filmed.
Yes.
Okay, so now they want you to come in and
and
see,
I thought, I think I can do this.
And
And I went in, and then they had another guy in there with me. So in the thing, I was like in a bounce off, and that's where I did all my timing. And I had it all visualized where everything was going to be. But they said, all right, it's going to be over here, and you've got to sit in this seat. He's going to be on that side.
Uh-oh.
So I'd already
They threw you.
And so I started doing it, and the director went, cut, hang on. You know, just whisper it. You know, you're going to have microphones on the day, so it's he's talking to me like I don't know what
doing it.
Yeah. And so, because, you know, I'm always big about, you know, so the audience can hear, right? So, and he's
this
like,
is not a live commercial.
No, he's talking to me like, he says, there are these microphones that we put on.
Yeah, we've had them for a while now. They make your voice loud.
So you don't need to yell.
Yeah.
So I thought, fuck, I'm already off on a bad foot. Then I started doing it, and then there was one important line bit that I messed up, and I went, sorry, can I go again? And he kind of laughed, the director, oh yeah, it's all right. So I thought it was nice of him to try and make me feel all right about it. But anyway, I'm going through the thing, and I'm in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm going to look over there, because that's how I rehearsed it, and that's how I had it visualized. But then they said over there, so then I switched to over, but then I'm saying the line, so I'm totally out of my head, right? And I just got to the end of it, and I just knew in my head, like, I haven't got it.
No.
And
then you can usually see it in their faces.
Yeah. And he said, thanks for coming in on a Saturday. And I said, oh, no problem. Have a good Saturday. And then I left, and I was like, God damn, Joel. And I knew if I had gone back in, I could have done it well and had a real shot at it. But I just...
imagine if he did, and you notice, look up and everyone's gone. They'd gone like hours ago. I nailed it.
Yeah,
no one was there to see it.
And that paid $12,000 too. That would have been a good one.
It would have been very easy work. Very fun. But they did that to me. I told you, you know, they with the cartoon thing. I was supposed to do his voice. Oh, that was really good money. And they said, he actually started the email with congratulations.
Oh.
So I got an email from him. It said, congratulations.
This wasn't like one of those scams. Congratulations, you won a free cruise on Disney Cruises.
Oh, yeah.
And all you got to do is...
It was in Nigeria.
Yeah, it was the Prince of Nigeria.
Prince of Nigeria, actually. Yeah, that's right. And now that I think about it. Yeah. No, it was and people... I've told you this before. Where they kind of teased me. And I think they enjoy this. They're sadists. You know, and they said, congratulations, you have been shortlisted. And that would have been a perfect, like, so easy. I've done this before. It's so easy and really easy money. And then I waited. Didn't call. Got my manager to ring them and said, oh, I forgot about Akmal. Sorry, no, we won't use him. So he wasn't right. And if I'd never heard anything, it would have been better.
Yeah, I know. And it's that sinking feeling of, God, if I'd done... And just this morning I was walking to buy a loaf of bread, and I was going through it in my mind going, yeah, if I could do it like that, and that little nuance there. And you know,
Doesn't matter. It's gone. It's in the past.
Anyway.
It's in the past.
But
don't worry about it. At least you're not being bombed.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be a tough... sort of critique of your audition. Bomb that man. It's so bad. Auditions are horrific, and that's why you admire someone. Woody Allen is someone who's bypassed that. You know, just writes his own films.
Yes.
He's in them. you know, and
That's the way to do it. Just write your own stuff and do it.
that's
you
it.
know?
Write your own stuff. We can do that.
Yeah, we
Lot
should
of
be doing that.
Actors can't.
We did write our own
We-
stuff.
we
We wrote
wrote-
that. We wrote that.
Well, you've written how
TV
many
show?
hours of stand-up,
Yeah.
and that's harder than films or ads or whatever. People don't. But actors.
Have you been writing much stand up during this?
Oh
time?
yeah, non-stop. Yeah, I've read like 5 chapters now. It's like I've got like 10 DVDs coming out. No, I haven't written anything. I haven't written anything. I've been watching conspiracy theories on and just watching CNN news, which is depressing. America's gone down. You know, there's been some developments.
Go on.
This is exciting, and you know, a few years ago you'd have thought it's impossible, but Kanye West is running for president, 2024.
Yeah.
26. I think.
26 it would be.
Yeah.
No, 24 because it's 2000, 4 years time.
Yeah. 2024.
Yeah.
He's announced it. And I look forward to that. And you know,
That's gonna be an
before
interesting
Trump,
night.
I would have thought, yeah, right, how
Yeah, but now
ridiculous.
it's like whatever.
But yeah, wow, oh, man, it's you know, it's anyone.
Well,
You
it's
know,
interesting watching.
Pee Wee
how-
Herman is now, you know,
It's interesting watching how a lot of conservatives now are saying I'm going to vote Democrat. You know, I'm not voting for Trump. You know, like
Yeah.
Colonel Powell.
I mean, how many sort of attacks can he withstand? There's been about 10 books that have completely demolished him as a human being,
Yeah.
like including from his own Secretary of State, or not Secretary of State, it was like the security advisor.
Yeah.
He read a
Oh,
damning
yeah.
book calling
Yeah.
him a liar and incompetent and an idiot.
Now there's a book coming out that Trump tried to have stopped a relative.
Well, he tried to have stopped
Is
this
it
one.
Mary Trump? Or
Mary Trump
yeah.
was his niece.
Niece.
And she calls him an idiot and a liar. But there are
But he-
people.
he's like John Gotti, the Teflon Don. Nothing
It's
sticks.
Teflon. Nothing
Nothing
sticks.
sticks.
To nothing.
Yeah. Is it Teflon?
No, he's actually losing a lot of popularity now, and rightly so, because they're not. Americans are not all
Well,
idiots.
People are suffering. Like, you know, especially during this time, America needs to be united. And the great words of John F. Kennedy,
Yeah.
it's not what your country can do for you, it's what you can do for your country.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that sentiment, I think, needs to be echoed during this time because people, it's not about your
Yeah, yeah.
individual rights, because that's whatever. It's my individual right whether I want to wear a mask or not, or whether I. It's
about the greater
collective.
good.
It's a collective.
You know, John Kennedy said, "Ask not what you can do for what your country can do for you, but what you can do for country."
yes.
And the contrast is, Donald Trump said, "Drink bleach, just drink bleach."
Yeah.
But he's
Yeah.
a funny guy, man. I don't know. The whole world is surreal right now.
It is.
And but Kanye West as president, you reckon? Anything's possible in America. Anything.
Yeah.
If you go, yo, my fellow
Well,
motherfucking Americans, how you doing?
Well, he's a big fan of Trump. Remember that
Yeah,
time
yeah,
when he
yeah,
went
yeah.
in and he's
Yeah,
going, "My man," you know.
He's
all right.
just,
And
yeah.
Trump's just like, all right.
Yeah. But like the world is gone insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's,
See the Brazilian president. He got COVID.
Well, yeah,
Which is-
couldn't have happened to a
Yeah,
nicer guy.
yeah.
You know, when fascists get coronavirus, it should be like a documentary.
Yeah.
When fascists get corona.
But I was thinking, it's going to peter off now. We've got it under control now. Geez, here we go again.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
especially
yeah.
in the States, it's like,
It's out of control.
out of the 41 of the 50 states, it's on the rise.
Yeah. Thanks mostly to Trump. He said, drink bleach.
Yeah.
You can inject bleach, can't you? I mean, they'll never forget that moment where he turns to his.
There's like,
No, she's like his expert
Yeah,
to go to,
doctor,
and
yeah.
she's sitting on the side, and he goes, "You can drink bleach, or you can inject it, can't you?" And she just gave him a look, and just went. Just her head just went down in disbelief. Oh man!
no,
So-
it's and you know the situation in Victoria of late.
Yeah, it's been a.
I was hoping that we would be back up and running by September doing gigs.
Well,
Like, that was the hope, but
September, I don't know.
who knows now?
We're either going to be back doing gigs or it's the end of the world.
One or
Either
the
way, I'm going to Harvey Norman. Gonna buy all the shit that.
the layaway.
Yeah.
We've
Nothing to pay till 2024. Fantastic. I won't be here.
Have you been watching? Have you got a new TV? You got a great TV. You don't need a new TV anyway.
No,
have you been
no.
watching much TV? Any like movies or
Epstein. I watched the Epstein case.
yes, the Netflix.
Yeah.
yeah.
Ooh,
That was
man,
interesting.
interesting.
And see, they've got that Maxwell.
Yeah. They got Maxwell.
Gillian Maxwell.
But you know, the thing is, right? I know people who are psychopathic, and they've treated women like that. And I swear, if they'd had that money, they would have acted exactly the same way.
Really?
You know the person I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Our doctor friend.
Yes. But he seems to have. My mum met him.
Yeah.
And she said, "What a nice person."
Yes, but you know, most
and
people
he's always very nice to me. But this guy.
No. But if you watch the doco, he charmed everybody. You know, people would think, "Oh, this guy's sus," and they're about to sack him, and then he would just talk his way and be the nicest.
But is that what you're saying? Your friend's very manipulative?
Look, psychopathic
psychopath,
people, totally.
Oh, okay.
Even by his own admission,
Okay.
They can charm you, and you think, "Wow, this person, they can fake that so well," and suddenly you're under their spell, and then you know, they screw you.
And you know that, but you've remained friends with him.
Well, I haven't actually. No.
You distanced yourself?
Yeah.
Was there an incident?
Yes.
Oh.
There was an incident.
With you?
Yeah. Look, you know.
He revealed his true. Did he reveal his true colours to you?
Well, he revealed them a few times, but I wasn't looking.
Yeah.
You know,
and did you ever talk to Kate about this?
Well, it involved Kate.
Oh.
So this guy is a psychopath who is not a very pleasant person, but I knew him since we were children.
Yeah.
And
I've met him a few times. He was always very pleasant to me.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you now.
All right.
I'll be totally transparent.
Go on.
The reason I rekindled my friendship with him, because since we're children, but he was a very dodgy doctor.
Yeah.
And he can prescribe anything. He would just prescribe whatever I wanted.
Hey, he wasn't prescribing what I was very concerned about with you.
No, he was prescribing very difficult to get sleeping tablet called Stilnox.
Yeah.
Which is really pleasant. I mean, don't take it if you find it. I'm not.
So this wasn't the.
I'm not a doctor.
This wasn't the fentanyl.
No. But similar sort of numbing thing effect, and doctors wouldn't give you.
Yeah.
I went to this Indian doctor before I wasn't even wanting that. He goes, "I will not be prescribing opioids of any kind." I didn't ask for that because, well, I'm just telling you.
I want to get my elbow.
No, I wanted. It was even nothing like it was. Yeah. Anyway, I'm still angry about that. That was like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I will not be prescribing opioids. I must look like a drug addict. But so it was selfish reasons really that I kind of. But deep down, so I was in the car with Kate.
Yeah.
And he rang and he goes, "Oh, is Kate there?" And
he was on speakerphone?
Yeah, I put him on speakerphone.
Okay, yeah.
So he said, he knows Kate, my wife.
Yeah.
And then he, for no reason at all, makes out like I've been cheating on her.
What?
Yeah. He's going, so I've been seeing some very interesting photos on his phone. You know, ask him about Alison or whatever. Just out of the blue, you know, and that's psychopathic.
Yeah.
He was laughing his head off, and I thought, that's it. I'm severing that.
What did Kate say?
Well, the problem is she doesn't really know him, you know, so she's asking me who's it.
But yeah, understandably too. Like, what do you?
Yeah.
I know you, Saleh. I know that I've seen you out. I've seen women be very forward with you.
Really?
Yes.
You didn't tell me.
Well, I've seen it. Okay, well then you're oblivious. But you know, but you've always, you know, been respectful of your relationship with your wife, and you know, and yeah. And
I don't even have a sex drive anymore. No, it's gone. It's completely gone.
Where did it drive to?
Drive to Victoria. my sex drive has COVID-19.
Yeah.
You know, so
it's on a respirator.
You know, there's nothing. And but I thought.
But you know, it's funny you say this because my wife. Yes. Erica was going through all the.
Does that sound weird?
No. She was going through the photos. We had 3,000 photos.
Yeah.
From the wedding.
Wow.
You know, 2,000 of them were of Erica getting changed into the wedding dress, but you know, the other 1,000 no, I'm kidding.
I believe you, man. I thought maybe he got in there with his phone.
No, but 3,000, and it was great. A lot of coverage. And Erica's been going through all the photos and like sort of shortlisting them because she's got a good eye for what shots work. And then she comes to me and says, but she said she actually just said this last night. She goes, you know, Akmal, he's a very handsome guy.
Really?
And she said, when in the suit in those photos from the wedding, she said, yeah, he's quite striking. So and my mum thinks that you're handsome too.
Well, yeah.
So you brush up well.
True.
You brush up well in a suit.
I do.
Clean shaven suit. You've got a look going there.
It's so funny that it's so funny you should say that, because I knew this girl who went out, who worked with my ex-girlfriend Kathy.
Okay, yeah.
Remember Kathy who worked at the Harold Park Hotel?
Yes, I do.
I hope you're listening, Kathy.
She wished you were taller. Yeah.
She used to say, I wish you were taller so we can look like a normal couple.
Yeah, right.
She looks 5'9". I'm 5'4" or 5. And and she told me that every day.
Yeah.
And anyway, she worked at this place where this friend of mine who she didn't know, I was friends with.
Right.
And she was telling, I've got this boyfriend, he's a comedian, and he's really ugly. And she told everyone that.
What?
And so years later, this is only recently I find this out, but I kind of suspected it. And so who says that?
That's so insensitive.
Well,
and then, but what are you doing going out with him?
Well, that's right.
Exactly. How does that reflect on you?
Exactly.
I tell people that always complain about the person they're with, and I always think, hang on.
Well, you're not trapped here. I'm not.
So you found that this recent,
just recently.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. From
Bloody
someone
hell.
a friend of mine who is just my friend.
But that's no reflection on you. It's a reflection on her.
Yes, that's a good way of looking at it.
That is.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I often look at when someone says something nasty like that or really inconsiderate like that. I always think, that's a reflection on you. That's got nothing to do with the person you're talking about.
No, but it was a kind of a betrayal because she says when she was with me she said I love you and all this. And we were gonna. But behind your back, so you go, I can't trust you anymore.
Well, look.
And so this is what happens. This is what happened with my friend, when the doctor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he's not longer a doctor, and I'm not. I thought I can't, leave his, just betray his friendship or because I'm not getting the medications. This is someone I knew, so I stuck by him and lent him money, and and then he did that, and I thought the line has been crossed.
But that's low, just first of all, it's not funny. Like, leave
he
the
found
jokes.
It hilarious.
You're a comedian. We know what funny is. That's not funny. It's just like, what are you doing there? And people that try and sort of, justify that kind of behavior. I'm joking. It's a joke.
No, but he didn't even say that. I don't think he meant it. I think he's psychopath.
You think he was really trying to screw with you?
Yeah. He's done it before, but that was it. That was the line.
And Kate heard that. And then what did Kate say?
He was talking to Kate.
Yeah, but what did Kate say after that?
Well, she quizzed me. Then, like, the whole night, it becomes difficult for me. Like, I have to kind of justify it. I'm telling you, there's nothing in it.
Yeah.
He's an idiot. But I do have this with friends. I'm very loyal. And
I know what you're going to say, but say it.
But then there's a line. Once that line has been crossed, it's very hard to come back.
Yeah,
because I can't. It's like a glass that's been
But
broken.
you're a very forgiving person. I've seen certain friends that you've had that you have written off, but you've been forgiving before the write-off point, where usually someone would write them off beforehand.
Yeah, but everyone has to have a.
But also, too, you take your time to realise things.
Yeah, that's true.
There's like a bit of satellite delay. I'm like, hang on,
slow.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No, but that's a lovely thing about your nature, that you have that kind of, you see the best in people, and you have a very forgiving. But it's a nice thing to have such a forgiving nature to yourself.
But
however,
as you know, I've told you this before. I've caught myself waking up, in the middle of the night, going, "What the fuck did that guy say to me 20 years ago? What an idiot!"
Yeah.
And I keep thinking, and then it just
you
grabs me,
obsess over it,
and I obsess over it,
Yes.
and it's a wasteful. I can't help it, but I should have said something.
Yeah.
In the reverse of that, usually when I've had a little bit of a a puff, I get really remorseful about things that I said or did like 30 years ago. And I've rung people up. And I've rung
and apologise.
Yeah, at night. And I go, Michael, remember like when we were kids?
Yeah, is this Akmal?
Yeah, how you going?
Yeah, mate, it's 2 a.m.
Doesn't matter.
I got to be up at 4. I'm a tradie.
Well, I don't. Just listen.
Okay.
When I said that thing, I said, I'm really sorry about that. He goes, man, I don't even remember that.
What are you talking about?
I have no memory. I've done that where I've had these conversations. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
But I've been carrying this guilt for nothing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
weird.
I have that with some friends that I feel guilty about.
Can't
you know,
imagine you
and I
doing it.
think about it. And, God,
Like what? What's an example?
Why did I say that?
Like what?
Oh, I told a friend that I didn't like them when I was younger.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I don't know why I said it. I just went, you know, and I do. I feel really guilty about that.
To this day.
Yeah, I do.
Guilt,
I
man.
do. It's yeah. But then there's other things that, you know, that friends that I feel good about, you know, that they've done for me, and then I think about that,
and
I
that
feel,
balances it out.
Well, yeah.
And maybe there was a reason. Maybe he was like trying to rip you off or stab you.
No, it was weird. I don't know why I said it. My parents were going through some weird stuff, and
so it was more about what was going on.
Yeah, and I was but he was a good guy. He never did anything that was.
No, it was more of a reflection on you.
Yeah, it was.
Than him.
It was.
I see. Yeah.
And I feel guilty. I feel guilty for saying that.
You should ring him up.
I should.
How long ago was that?
That would have been 1987, maybe.
87. I think the next podcast, we should ring him up and you can apologize and get it off your chest.
Yeah. I
Would
don't
you
have
do
his
that?
number.
Oh.
I don't have his number anymore.
Yeah, he's a prick anyway. Didn't like him. Never liked him.
But then I had situations with friends like a good friend of mine that bullied me on my first day at school and was really mean to me, and I cried.
Yeah.
And but then he was nice to me, and he's one of my close friends now.
Not Grant, is it?
No, not Grant.
Oh.
No.
Grant that gave the...
No. Grant was always... No, you know what's great about Grant?
The Gettysburg Address.
The Gettysburg was an edited version.
No one knows what we're talking about.
No, we're talking about my friend. We spoke about it on the last podcast. Who gave a half-hour speech at my wedding reception.
The speech that he
to
gave...
end all speeches.
Was longer than the ceremony.
Yeah, it was.
It was ridiculous.
It was. But the great thing about Grant at school... you couldn't get anything on him because he would pay himself out. Or he would reveal something about himself that was so embarrassing.
Yeah,
that
but you would have done the same, being a comedian. Comedians, that's their protective mechanism. I never got bullied.
Yeah.
Because people go, well, what's the point? He's putting shit on himself.
But I was like that too, but I did get bullied. That guy, Ansty, that used to thump me in the back.
There's always some dickhead.
Scoliosis, he would. So, and I don't know, I was kind of gentle in terms of I wouldn't react. And my brother would tell me, he'd show me moves and say, you know, you do that, you get him like this into the neck.
Stop showing me. And then you kick him in the balls.
Then I realise I'm being bullied at home.
Wait a minute.
What the hell?
No, it's the biggest. Comedy is powerful. People underestimate how powerful it is to deflect anger, deflect aggression, deflect any chance of having sex.
Comedy.
Yeah, that's right. That's all it is.
Yeah. So in terms of coming up, like, have you got anything on the horizon? Then seeing that this other gig was cancelled and the drive-in.
No, there's no horizon. There's no. I'm not even looking at the horizon. You know, because the closer you get to the horizon, the further it gets. It's like that. I'm writing a film actually.
You are.
Who isn't?
Yeah.
Everyone's writing a film.
No, but this is good. A film is a very difficult thing to write, you know.
Yes.
And you know, when you get done, like the old saying, you get done with you finish the film, and that's just the beginning.
Oh
You
yeah.
know? That's like the first draft.
Well,
it's the draft. Like by the time you get to draft 20, that's
Well, they say you never finish it; you just abandon it.
Yes, at the end.
That'll do.
Yeah.
Had enough.
Yeah.
And I'm at that stage now. That'll do.
Can you give an insight a little bit? I know you probably don't want to give away the concept.
It's about Hoax going back to America, trying to recapture his career. Because he wasn't careful with his money.
Yeah.
No, that's just another film. It's a little in joke there. It's only half an idea, but I'm
have you put pen to paper or?
No, I don't. No pens or paper. I just think about it. Just thought of it then.
Okay.
Yeah. Finished.
Yeah.
First draft.
Good work.
Yeah. Thanks. No, I'm trying. I'm trying to stay active, as all the comedians are.
Yeah.
And everybody, not just comedians. There are people who are not comedians in this world that I've noticed. Have no interest in comedy whatsoever, who exist, and but there's certain things that I just don't want to hear anymore. I don't want to hear.
What?
We're all in this together.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's the one. I'm just really sick of that.
Yes.
We're in the same boat. Yes, but the boat's sinking, you fucking idiot. Stop saying that.
Remember when it all started? The big thing was Petri dish.
Petri dish.
Yeah. The Ruby Princess is a floating Petri dish.
Petri dish.
Yeah, they're all at the mall. It was a Petri dish.
That's
it was
right.
like that was the go-to bag.
Yeah.
That was. It is a weird time vortex this year.
Yeah.
But like, of course, I really don't like. I don't want to see people dying. I don't want, because my friend Vince, he lost a couple of friends, and then his auntie died in New York.
Yeah.
So he's lost.
Corona?
Yeah, all corona. And you know, so it's sad. And there was also this Broadway star. He was a Tony Award-winning Broadway star.
Yeah.
He was only 41, and he
died.
died.
Yeah, man.
And so you know,
maybe they gave it to him. It was a bad review. Maybe sorry about that. That was bad taste.
Bad taste.
I'll take that. If I could take back time, if I can turn back time.
If you could call him, you would call him and apologize for that. But yeah, so of course that's like all of that is just devastating. It's terrible. But I've got to say, from my perspective, having this time with Erica before because she was going back to the States. That's 2 days after the Adelaide.
And when you were working, you were hardly at home.
I know.
So there's no way you would have spent that intense time together.
Under isolation, months on end together.
So what are you saying? God gave us the coronavirus for your benefit?
Well, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying I'm making the most out of a. But what is it? There's a saying. I'm making something lemonade out of lemons. You know. Is that the saying?
Yeah. If someone gives you lemons,
make lemonade.
Tell them, don't touch me.
Yeah.
Take your lemons and fuck off. I didn't ask for lemons.
Who wants a bag of lemons?
And call the police.
So from that aspect of it,
you've been making lemonade.
Also too, I think it's environmentally, it's been great. You know,
look, there are definite positives. Definite positives.
And just for everyone to stop.
Yeah,
take a moment, take a breath.
Take a breath, but have the face mask on as you take that breath.
But I got to say, I want to get back to work. I want to be gigging. I want to be getting out there and doing it.
Well, you know, that's the thing. It's hard. It's hard. You have to remain optimistic. That's hard work in a pandemic. You know, it's hard work when Trump is in the White House.
Yeah,
he's hilarious. Did you read the other day? He's talking to these military people. These graduates from military school or something, and he's talking about the 1700s, and you got to check this out. And he goes, in the 1700s there was, and he's explaining the map of the 1700s, and he says it was great because the planes could just land, just not far from here, in the 1700s, and then he goes, we got great technology. You know, the stealth bomber, it's amazing. It's a plane that you can't see. It's like, you can't see the plane. And you go, Mr. President, no, you can see the plane. Yeah. It's the radar can't pick up.
Yeah.
It's not Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman had an invisible plane. You're thinking of that. Oh, yeah, I'm Wonder Woman. That's right. So this is a guy in charge of the,
it is absurd. It is
absurd. It's cartoon,
Yeah.
because you can't see it. Have a look at the video. Yeah. It's really funny. This plane, we're amazing. We invented a plane and you can't see it. You're a fuckwit. Seriously. How the hell did you...
When you hear reports of George W. Bush going, I ain't voting Republican.
Oh, man.
you know when
you look back and go, George W. was actually intelligent. How bad do you have to be?
I was always opposed to that schmozzle in Iraq and the whole war. But you see interviews with George Bush. There's an interview with him on Jimmy Kimmel's show.
Yeah.
And he's talking about, the art that he does. And he's actually a very funny guy. Like, his timing and his little double takes and his...
hilarious. And our children is not learning.
Yeah.
Was that intentional? I think that was a joke.
Who knows?
But I think that was a joke.
But he takes it on the chin. He's, like, very open to taking the piss out of himself. But you see this interview with him. Look it up. It's on... It's like a 20-minute interview, like two segments. And when I saw that, I thought, I don't agree with a lot of his political stance, but watching that, I was like, yeah, he seems like
Look, because you're comparing him with Trump, right?
And it's interesting. You watch his reactions. He's very diplomatic still, but when he asks him about Trump, the way that he responds,
of course,
he makes it very clear he's not a fan. But the way that he responds is
but he seems intelligent because you're comparing him with the Donald.
Yeah,
I mean, if you saw an interview with Humphrey B. Bear, I swear you'd go, he's actually smarter than.
Well put, Humphrey.
He's a man of few words, but he makes sense.
When you told me a little while ago about Jared Kushner.
Yeah.
And I looked up, there's a documentary on Netflix about him.
Yeah. He's a lovely, warm character, isn't he?
He fits perfectly into that family.
The psychopath.
Oh my God. And it's just heartbreaking when you see these people are subjected to.
Well, we should explain.
A tenants of his.
He was... he inherited, a lot of these pricks inherit this money, just get given to them, and they feel they're superior to everyone else. And he had like hundreds and hundreds of flats.
Yes.
And he treated his people that were renting off him like they were commodity.
Like it's so sad. They would set up scams to get more money out of these people that could barely meet their rent in the first place, and they would charge them like this fraudulent. They actually got caught out on fraud, but they would charge them a bill that knowing that the person couldn't pay, but then they would charge them extra on that bill, and then they had them caught in this vicious circle of trying to pay off the interest that they owe on the bill. And these people...
Well, it's called banking as well. Banking works in the same way.
But this was just like, this was criminal.
Horrible.
And anyway, they ended up, this altruistic lawyer came forward and said, this is not right, I'm going to represent you for free, and ended up holding them accountable in a court of law and exposing all of this.
Well, it's a happy story, but for every story like that, there are thousands of people who just are abused by these wealthy pricks. And
the conditions that they're living in too, the place, like the roofs collapsing in,
this woman had sewage popping out of her kitchen sink. And he wouldn't fix it for 4 months. She asking him to fix it for 4 months. He had children. What a horrible evil.
But you see pictures. You see pictures of him too, and you go,
cold motherfucker. Cold motherfucker.
So anyway, so I did some research. I did some research on that guy, and yes, I understand what you're talking about.
The thing is, people who have empathy, like most humans, I think, when they meet someone who has no empathy, it's hard for them to sort of get their heads around that. So you can kill and not feel anything. I could rob someone, and as long as it benefits me, that's fine. That's really hard to kind of understand. And it's really, the first time
Jeffrey Epstein or Weinstein, or trying to get your normal head around, like, who would do that? Like, especially with Epstein, like, taking advantage of young girls that are you're screwing up their lives,
but
man.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care. That's not his concern. Why should I care? I'm screwing a 16-year-old. It's pleasurable for me.
Yes, even younger than that too.
Yeah, 14. But you see, they don't think of the consequence. If they did, they wouldn't do it. If they felt guilt doesn't come into it. That's why they can make billions and billions of dollars by screwing people over and not have any
accountability.
If you got morals, you're not going to make that much money because there are certain things you're just not going to feel good about doing. That's the reality of it. So Trump, psychopath, they're all psychopaths. Bill Clinton is a very intelligent psychopath. But
because he can be very charming too.
Very charming.
You see interviews with him on that Elvis Costello's the show where he'd interview, and he had a episode with Clinton. I remember watching that.
And was he playing saxophone?
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah. And he was, but just him talking music and his knowledge of jazz music. And I was watching that going, I can see, he's a charming guy. I can see how he can get away with it.
And once you get to a certain level, you can actually do whatever you want. Like he's raped women. Women have kind of, and it never goes to court. If you see the Epstein thing, gets to court and they go, look, let's just, because there are people up top who are doing the same thing. See, once you got dirt on people, you have power.
Yes.
You have power. So they invite them over. Oh yeah, have sex with this young girl.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to tell someone?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to put me in prison? Have a look at
sure.
Like, have a look at this photo. Is that?
Sure.
Hey, that could have been anyone's ass. The Simpsons. That could have been anyone's ass. And so that's how it works. It's quite evil. Evil.
Well, I'm glad that we are
good.
We don't have those tendencies.
Good that we can come on this platform and feel good about ourselves.
Yes.
For an hour.
But you know what? There's people that do take advantage of power, and there's the book Meditations by Marcus Aurelius.
Oh yeah.
You know, and he could have done anything. He could have had those mass Caligula orgies and decimated, you know, the verges and people. He was stoicism is, you know, and he was accountable for his actions and very very altruistic,
moral.
And so for me, I'm very impressed by that because
but that's rare.
Yeah,
in world history,
power,
person with unlimited power like that, to be poetic and emotionally connected to humans and altruistic. That's it. Him and Gandhi, maybe.
But I guess in saying that, there are some exceptions of people in power that have that.
There are
that ability.
But
there are a lot that are in power that I guess you know.
See, once you get to power, you've already been corrupted. You know, like how did you get that position? You would have had to do a lot of weird shit to even get close to power.
Do you believe in all the? A good friend of mine, I think you've met him, Dragon, the Wing Chun master.
Dragon, yes, Dragon, the Wing Chun master.
Yeah,
how could I forget Dragon? Dragon Avanichi Dick. Was the kid in our school.
You would get along with Dragon. You share a lot of how do I put this? Conspiracy theories.
Yes.
And he has a theory on like Hollywood and entertainment that, to get up to certain places of power within those industries that you have to basically sell your soul. And he says like people like Kanye. He said he's
he's admitted it. Yeah.
What, he's like one of those devil worshippers.
Yeah. He said I've sold my soul to the devil to get here in a concert.
Really?
Well, unless YouTube's lying. You know.
Okay.
And
you know, there's little hand signals that they do, and
the Illuminati. Well, the whole pedophilia thing, you know, with Epstein. I mean, the reason they had to get rid of him, they had to kill him. Well, he would have exposed the
Everyone.
whole. He had.
So what happens to all that footage that the FBI seized from his New York house?
Well, someone higher, you know, says to the boss of the
Gets
FBI.
a hold of that.
Says, you know, say the boss of the FBI, you know, that someone in the Pentagon says, if you don't take care of this, you're going to die. And this is the proof, you know, and they have a talk to them and say you have no choice. So, okay, because that person from the Pentagon has been involved in pedophilia as well. And if that person goes down, this person's going down. So everyone in the circle has a vested interest to either kill that person or protect them and deem them innocent.
Why didn't they just get rid of him sooner before he was put into jail?
Well, this is because I don't know. This is where my argument falls to the ground.
You hear all the time a plane, they want to get rid of a plane. Oh, it just crashed. Oh, you find out later, it was actually shot down. Like, why? He's always in his private jet. They could have got.
Well, they did a plea deal. The first time he went to jail.
Yeah, but you would think after that, warning bells go off. You know, sirens go off, going, we can't risk it with this guy again. No. He
on parole, he was flying to Spain.
Yeah.
On parole. You know.
But why wouldn't they get rid of him then?
They did get rid of him.
No, they didn't.
Epstein?
Yeah, no, then.
Oh, they got rid of him later. Yeah. You know, you can't sort of just... It's hard to kill people. You got to plan it.
I mean, they could have done that. We're talking about...
But he was a very powerful person.
What are you talking about? They got rid of JFK.
No, but I'm saying, you know, you can't just... They wouldn't have done it just the first time he provoked them.
All right.
So it would have been a slow burn.
You feel it would have been when it got to the point, all right, Mayday. Because I guess in the meantime, they're still using his services, right?
Yeah, it's still going on.
It's still,
Yeah. I mean, there's the thing about I mean, it's getting serious now. This
Okay.
you know, but
we're going down the rabbit hole.
Yeah,
with
the
Epstein.
rabbit hole.
We already did Epstein, but anyway,
We've done Epstein, bloody Epstein.
We're doing him again.
Yeah, no, it's. But
anyway,
look. Basically, the upshot is it's an evil world.
Yes.
And just be nice to your friends and neighbors.
Do the right thing.
And
treat people decently.
Yeah, within 1.5 meter distance.
Yeah. No need for a hug, not yet.
No hugs. No hugs. Just
a nod.
And that's it. And take care of your little universe. No matter how crazy. If you get bogged down on how crazy the world is, you're just not going to do anything.
No.
There'll be no. And there are positive things. There are nice people, positive people, optimistic people who are. There's the Black Lives Matter protests. People who were caught vandalizing. There was a group of people who were just like looking out, and they report them to the police. Even though they're of their own kind.
Yeah, sure.
You say no, you can't do this, and that's positive.
Yeah, and yeah, sure. And unfortunately, it's in the media a lot of the times.
Yeah.
It's the negativity that is highlighted.
Of course,
and put out there. And yes, there is a lot of negativity in the world, but there's, like you said, there's also a lot of good.
A lot of good. Just quickly on the whole, the statues that are coming down.
Oh yeah.
Some people are just beyond stupid. Where you go, you should not have been born at all, right? There's this argument because they want to take this statue of a man who made his living from slavery. That's all he's famous for.
Right.
He made millions from slavery, and they build a statue out of him. And when you build a statue, you exalt someone, right? And this big Confederate guy is holding the Confederate flag with a big beard, and he's talking. He goes, "This flag and this statue represents my great-great-grandfather who fought to keep his farm safe." And the black dude, really cool, goes, "Who was working on that farm?" And he goes, and I swear, he goes, "You know how much it costs to have a slave? You know how much it cost? He was going to lose his slaves. What else was he going to do?" Oh, wow, good point. Wow, you can't come back to that. And that's the mentality. They get people against each other and say, they can justify anything in your mind if you want to. But anyway, in the happy news, something's happened to someone. Someone bought a puppy.
Something nice happened somewhere in the world.
Look, you got to remain positive.
Yes, even in the face of that kind of stupidity and adversity, you still...
Well, you got to laugh. You got to have a fucking laugh. That's it, because it's all a cartoon show. If you actually, a good way of looking at it, if you just pull back and go, this is just a show, it's not even real.
Yeah.
And the Buddhists believe that it's all, it's not real.
No.
It's an illusion.
It is. Well, yeah, sure. If you step way back and you look at it all...
I just wish I had more illusory money.
Yeah.
And that's all I need. It's like
just conjure up the...
If it's illusionary. But it just sometimes feels, especially now, when you're not working, you got a lot of time on your hands.
Yeah.
You go...
idle hands is the devil's playground, as they say.
Devil's hands... He's on your genitals again. What?
That's the devil's playground.
Yeah, that's right. It's also Saleh's playground, recently. But no.
Speaking of that, I've been watching this series called Castle Rock. Have you heard of that?
Castle Rock.
Yeah, it's executive produced by Stephen King, and it's like this multiverse of Stephen King in this township of Castle Rock, and it sort of involves all these different, like Shawshank, Cujo, but they're all sort of referenced within this TV series. It's interesting.
It's good?
Yeah. Because growing up, sort of, watching and reading, I remember reading Cujo when I was younger and being just like...
that's the killer dog.
Yeah, the Rottweiler. Oh. Yeah, and so just reading all these, and now seeing this series years later, it's interesting.
No, I find it hard to watch this series.
You can't stick with it?
No, I get bored and I forget the first bit, so I got to go, this makes no sense.
What about True Detective? You watched all of that.
True Detective was good.
Yeah, you got through that whole series?
Yeah.
So you can do it.
I can do it if I put my mind to it, but I choose not to. YouTube is what I'm looking at.
Yeah, you go down the rabbit hole.
I love it. I love YouTube,
One thing to the next.
Yeah. I sent you that thing.
Yeah.
But is Noam Chomsky.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched that yet.
It's not good.
It's not.
Because the guy's an idiot. The guy who's interviewing him.
Oh really?
Decided, yeah.
All right, okay.
He's like a big conspiracy theorist. And every question he asks Chomsky, because I think he got the idea that Chomsky was a conspiracy theorist, because he says kind of similar, like the corporations are controlling
but
the
that's
world.
not conspiracy though.
No, that's
well
fact.
known. Yeah.
But it's really funny. You watch it and he's going, okay, so Elon Musk wants to implant humans with a chip so they can read people's minds. And Chomsky just looks and he goes, this is just science fiction. It's nonsense. Nothing to do with my field of expertise. He goes, okay.
What a waste for someone like Chomsky.
And then halfway through, Chomsky goes, look, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to go because it was just one too many.
Yeah.
But they're doing this to us.
Oh, no, gosh.
Poor Chomsky.
Yeah.
He looks so old and fragile too.
Well, he's an old man now in his 80s.
That's probably why. Yeah.
Yeah.
He talks very slowly, but it'd be sad when he dies because he was the last beam of light that actually made people accountable.
Yeah. Well, we've still got Pilger.
Pilger.
Which Chomsky said Pilger is a beacon of light in dark times.
Oh, there you go.
That's nice. One.
Pilger said Noam Chomsky is a cunt.
Oh, really?
Apparently. I don't know if that's... I'm not sure if...
That's a conspiracy theory?
It's a conspiracy... It might be a theory.
You know what I was thinking? Because I think... we've mentioned Pilger and Chomsky in a few of our podcasts.
Yeah.
Because they're good sources to go to.
Well, when people were interested.
But I thought today, before when I was driving over here, I thought I'm not going to mention Pilger.
Oh yeah,
you know?
just mention now.
But you mentioned Chomsky, and then when you said the light reference, it reminded me of the beacon of light. So
the 4 people that are listening who are still interested, they're going to be going, I agree with you. I've seen that interview.
I'm on the wavelength.
Look, if you don't know, very quickly, Noam Chomsky is an anarchist. He calls himself.
Well, he's as in the New York Times, he was quoted as being arguably one of the world's best intellects.
Yeah, the greatest intellects of the 20th century or something. Yeah. Something like that. Same quote was for me after
But then there was more to that quote.
The Adelaide Fringe. I did Adelaide Fringe, and they said this is the incredible intellect of the 20th century.
Yeah. Arguably.
Arguably.
Did that settle many arguments after? Or?
No, there was no arguments. Okay. Everyone just ignored it.
Oh, okay.
Said, the person's obviously mental. Yeah. No. He's a linguist and basically reconstructed language. Stuff that is well beyond my intellect.
He lives on campus in Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah, really gentle guy who's against big government and against... And he's not a conspiracy theorist, but he parallels a lot of like he says, the banks own the country.
Yes.
They're the banks.
But I always find that he's got very well researched.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I told you how I drove to San Francisco to see him give a talk once.
Yeah.
And when I got there, it was all sold out, and I was in a big church.
Oh, yeah.
And there was these sweet little old ladies that ran the church. And I got talking with them, and I said, really, it's sold out? I said, we've driven from LA, and she said, just hang on one moment.
Just remove some people.
And so she came back and she went, there you go, son. And then we got in and, heard.
And there were seats?
Yeah.
And the 2 people who were sitting in the seats are now...
They were out.
Yeah, it's an police investigation.
They were deported.
They're looking for the bodies. And stuff, old ladies.
Yeah.
No, so for those who don't know, he's like for the working person.
He's just a voice of reason. And he holds people that commit atrocities accountable.
And they all commit atrocities. Americans have been probably the worst in history as far as atrocities.
Well, there has been a lot of wars, and unfortunately,
America is the only nation to ever use nuclear weapons against the civilian population. Ever.
Mm-hmm. I know.
And no one says that was wrong. They go, we had to do it to stop the war, man.
When we know that the war was going to end anyway. Anyway, that's a whole nother.
Let's not get into who bombed who. And
we're getting into a whole nother. That's a whole nother.
Don't get me started. Yeah.
Right?
Oh, geez. Why do you always take us on this? No, it was me, wasn't it?
Actually, I think there was an earlier podcast that we spoke about because I went there to Nagasaki where they dropped the A bomb.
Wow.
And it was an interesting experience. But anyway, look back into one of the older podcasts where we've spoken about that. We don't need to go over it again.
We're going to be repetitive.
I know.
This shit again. But
nuclear, pedophiles, or bloody, or big bank corporations
good
screwing
family
over
fun
COVID.
Listen, these school holidays. Listen to Akmal and Joel.
Well, anyway, but look, we talk about this stuff normally, you and I, when we're on the road, we're driving for when we got a long
and now
drive
we're recording
to
it and inflicting strangers with it. It's great.
It's like you're in the car with us, everyone.
No, but look, who said, was it Socrates? He said, an unquestioned life is a life not worth living.
He said an unexamined life is a life not worth living. But then there's the continuation of that thought too. The unlived life is not worth examining.
The unlived, did he say that too?
No, he didn't.
No, geez, he went on a bit. Glad they poisoned him. Shut up. Have this drink.
Yeah, hemlock. It's good for you.
It's nice.
It's good for the.
Yeah, I'm drinking it too.
Yeah,
look,
it's like battery fluid. It gets rid of.
No, so it's all right. Don't be scared to kind of not believe the media straight away. Be cynical of anything you see and go,
question everything.
Question. Go. Are they telling me the truth? What agenda? What's motivating them to take this angle? And they're mostly bullshit. It's just this.
But in the words of the X-Files, the truth is out there.
Truth is out there, and
so is COVID. So be careful.
And that's true.
Yes.
You see.
That is true.
Well wrapped up.
Well, I think that's a good note to finish on. I've enjoyed this, Saleh.
That's been good. I'm not sure if anyone else has enjoyed it, but as long as we have.
As long as we have. That's the main thing.
It's right. Exactly. We're very self-centered, selfish comedians.
Well, you have
former comedians.
You have a good week, and I look forward to hearing what this week.
Well, next week I'll come with jokes.
Okay.
I've been lazy this week, looking at mostly conspiracy theories, but next week I will have jokes that are
fantastic,
appropriate for the whole family,
good,
and funny and engaging. Thank you.